starting to blink here, and that means that it is recording. Then I take the fully charged camera and insert it into my pouch here for fully charged cameras. So later on, as it runs out of one battery camera, then I zip it up so it is nice and secured. And now we can proceed to the next step, which is in putting in the lanyard. So I want to demonstrate how I'm putting up this lanyard. This is a neck. See the string, the black string that I'm mounting over my neck. In addition to that, it has a wallet, red wallet, and badge holding lanyard, and it holds the phone. So I'm looking for my phone. Should be fully charged by now. Turn my phone on. Swipe it. 100%. I click the camera button, and then the video button, and then record the video. And now I insert it into my lanyard, and I want to strap the top with the elastic bands. So one elastic band from the left side, tucked in the rear clear vinyl pocket of the lanyard, and another one from the right side wedges the phone in the middle. And at this point, I'm ready to open the legs of the easel. This is a three-legged easel, where one of the legs is behind my pectoral muscles, underneath my pecs, and the other one is above my pecs. And then I strap it to my back. I'm going to turn around so the viewer can see my back as I'm strapping it, and lock the string-loaded lock mechanism on the carabiners. And now that I've finished with the upper legs, I'm going to repeat it with the lower legs. But before that, I'm going to tighten up the bolts. These bolts will pressure the hinges of the three-legged easel to stay in place. And now for the lower legs, I'm going to extend the retractable carabiners, turn around so the cameras can view my back, and you can see how I press them one against the other and turn them on, and lock the carabiners behind my back. Sometimes it's hard to do it when you are not seeing it. You do it blind. So if you have a partner, then the partner can monitor what you're doing in the back. And now comes the next step of putting at the pendant. So I'm going to grab one pendant camera here, fully charged, turn it on by pressing the button so it will be ready to record videos. And this is a pendant cam, say ready to capture, and then I'm going to mount it on the magnet that I've on my back underneath my shirt, right in there. Place it right in there so it sticks to the shirt. It's important that you tighten up the shirt so it locks up the pendant cam. The magnetic hold stays in place and doesn't slide around. Finally, another pendant cam I'm going to mount on my cap. And notice this is a cap with a LED blinking screen for night viewing. And during the day, you can see the same message on the upper brim. And the same message exists also on the lower brim. The messages are a pair of vanity phone number and vanity phone names that represents AI callers on the World Wide Web, and they are backing each other up. So in this case, one is on the upper brim is wizmore.biz, where the domain name is wizmore, and .biz is the domain name extension. And that translates to the number underneath the area code of Wiz translates to the number 949 based on the American telephone dialer pad or keypad. And then the lower one represents another server yet, and that is the one USA Manuel, another AI crawler, which means that it is an AI that specializes in receiving inbound calls and making outbound calls. So at this point, I'm ready to wear it, but before I wear it, I want to mount on it another pendant cam, so it films down and it will show the viewer the view on my lanyard, and specifically the view of my phone on my lanyard. So I'm going to put it temporarily on for now for a few minutes while I'm preparing my clip mount for the baseball cap. I have to take another pendant cam. Here it is. And these pendant cams are very confusing. So I'm going to mount them with different rubber bands so I can tell them apart. So this will be the beige rubber band. I'm going to strap it around. So now I can recognize which pendant cam is which. This is the Vovin Matic pendant cam, and they call it also Sport DV. Now let's see if I can mount it with the rubber band on the mount without breaking anything. So I slide it in and hope that it will go through without busting it. The problem is that rubber band is in the way, so that is not going to work. So I have to take it out, and I don't want to break the mount, so I have to take it out and find some rubber band that is not this thick. So for this purpose, I have to seek some other rubber band that is much smaller and less problematic. So I'll take a few white rubber bands from my collection here, or red rubber bands of some kind of color, set them apart, maybe blue or white. Take a bunch of white ones, and they are so thin and small that it should not create so much of a problem. So here's one white, and second, they are not clearly white, they are white with other colors. That'll be good enough for now. This way I can mark them. I have to use some kind of a marker that will not interfere with the mount. So it has to be rather thin, but yet stretchy. So let's try this and see if this one will work. You want to put the tab in, so if it rains, the rain or the water do not get into the camera. Okay, and let's see now if it doesn't interfere with the adapter. So now I'll try to slide it into the adapter yet again. Now it looks a lot easier to slide it in, but I did it the wrong way. So take it out and put it the other way. It has to be done in a certain way so that the controls are accessible still. Okay, so that is the way that it has to be done. Okay, now I'm going to continue You want to straighten it up so it is parallel, going parallel downwards. At this point, I want to press the button to turn it on first. And the problem is I cannot look at the viewer in this situation. So you can see that it is ready to record. Then I press the record button and it starts recording. So you can see that it is recording already 5 or 6 seconds. Then I can mount it fully and then open the jaws and place it on my cap on the brim. And it's important that you place it right in the middle between the letters O and R, and push it all the way to the end so it has a good grip on the brim. Okay, so now it is ready to go. I've got it on the brim and I've got it on my shirt. I've got my camera now. And now it is, what time is it now? 6:20. I'm ready to cut the melon. So I'm going to take the 360 camera closer to the melon to cut the melon. Can you help me, Rhonda?
No, I'll show it to you right now.
So let's go and come back and put the stuff on you.
Yeah, it'll take me some time. I need to also do the zoom, and it's already
Fine, so do the zoom and let's go. In the meantime, I'm going to turn the camera around here, mount it on the tabletop, find a knife and a spoon, and cut the melon.